we got four-cylinder seniors. Woody would love to be out there. Well, he is. Patty Falconer will start up on the pole. George Zinninger alongside in the 07. And we come back to row number 2, the 39 of George Van Aken and the 71 of Tim Curry. Paul Curry goes away in the 31, Eddie Lindstadt, the 18E, Gary O'Donnell in the 5, and Russell Sniffen in the 25. 8 cars. Back and forth she goes. Side by side in rows of 2, 4 deep. There's 8 cars out there as we get set to turn them free for 20 laps of four-cylinder excitement. And Zinninger quickly fires away to that number 1 spot. It's the Curry cars out front. It is Zinninger and Timmy Curry side by side down the backstretch. And Tim Curry working the highline 4 wide. They'll go into corner number 3. This is not going to work. Well, heck, it did. Out front, it is Zinninger and Curry continuing to mix it up. George down low, Tim up high, and here comes Billy Curry working the high side. Excuse me, Paul Curry. Dang, there's too many of you. Paul Curry working the outside lane, working for 3rd position against Faulkner. Eddie Lindstadt drafting him down into corner number 1. And Tim Curry has now come away with the clear lead. 3 wide down the backstretch. Lindstadt threads the needle, works the low line. Paul Curry caught through the center. Drifts way wide, crash and burn. Eddie Lindstadt working the low line. Takes over the number 3 spot. Paul Curry not going to give up the fight. Down the back straightaway. Lindstadt grabs that number 3 spot away by about a 3/4, a half, quarter, eighth of a car as they battle off that 4th turn. It is Tim Curry out front, not looking back, hugging the inside, driving away down that back straightaway. Zinninger in the runner-up position. Lindstadt closing in quickly, keeps it right down on the bottom, locks up the brakes, feathers the accelerator down that front straightaway. Zinninger opens up the bottom just a little bit. Lindstadt squeezes down to the low side. It's going to be a drag race down the back straightaway. Outside usually has the momentum, but boy, Lindstadt is strong off the bottom. They'll take it in, tap the brakes, work the accelerator once again, and crash and burn picks up the number 2 spot. Zinninger relegated back to spot number 3. Oh, and Zinninger lifts him up off the ground. Paul Curry says, thank you very much. I'll take advantage of that, and grabs the number 3 spot away. It's Tim Curry, Eddie Lindstadt, and Paul Curry, spots 1, 2, and 3. Tim Curry out front, not wanting a caution, not wanting anything to happen as he has got clear racetrack ahead of he and Lindstadt. Lindstadt sits about 6 car lengths behind, and he has made all his moves on the bottom, but Curry is holding that inside line. It will be very difficult for Eddie to try and make the move down there. Probably going to have to look outside. Meanwhile, Paul getting a little bit closer back there in the 3rd position. Curry hangs on to the number 1 spot. Lindstadt right there in the shadows. Paul Curry by his lonesome. Spots 4, 5, and 6. It is Zinninger, Sniffen, and O'Donnell nose to tail fighting for the position. Lindstadt, that's time, takes a little look to the outside. He'll take it in to the top side of corner number 3. Timmy Curry down low, not giving up the fight. Stays tight to the bottom of the racetrack. Lindstadt slides it in right on that white line. He'll drag race him down the back straightaway. Curry to the bottom side. Lindstadt to the outside. A half a car length separates them. Now they were door handle to door handle off that 4th corner. Timmy Curry protecting that inside line. Drives her deep down into corner 1. Hugs the inside. Drives down the back straightaway. Lindstadt never lifted. He drifted way up the racetrack that time, trying to keep the momentum built up. Paul Curry trying to come alive as well now has joined these top 2. It is mano a mano battle for the number 1 spot. Curry on the bottom. Lindstadt once again, this time drifts way wide. He'll lose a car length or so down into corner number 3. Curry, consistent, smooth, and strong off the corners. Coming up to just 2 laps to go. Lindstadt knows the time is winding down. Paul Curry right there in the shadows. Lindstadt going to take a look-see to the bottom. Not going to work that way. Timmy Curry will not give up the inside lane. White flag set to fly this time off the number 4 corner. Tim Curry to the bottom. Now got about 3 car lengths. White flag in the air. Final time around. Curry drifts up the racetrack a tiny bit. Oh no! Lindstedt gets into the tail side. Curry gets tapped sideways. And Paul Curry just drills him. And Tim Curry comes home with a checkered flag. Total nonsense in the 4-cylinder senior feature. Well, the bottom line is Tim Curry drove one hell of a race tonight, didn't he, folks? Great job by Timmy Curry as he fought hard for that one. And he will take that victory lap right now as we now have a new winner in the 4-cylinder senior division.